We be body moving, body moving, body moving, body moving. We be body moving, body moving, body moving, body moving. We be body moving, body moving, a body moving, body moving, body moving, body 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 body
Oh my gosh, listen to all those folks clapping for us. I can't even put it into words. That was more of a stadium clap than anything else, if you ask me. It was kind of, I don't know, man, it was kind of a situation where we've grown to the point to where we can have stadium clapping for us. You know, but we are here this Sunday, first episode of Season 3, and we are here, and we are kicking all of the asses for everybody today, and that's about it, really. Are you kicking any asses?
No, not really, just kicking back. Had a nice long drive back from Wichita today, so it's kind of kicking back. Kicked enough asses yesterday.
Did you kick some meth asses yesterday, or enough asses?
Yep, I kicked some meth asses yesterday.
I mean, if there's any ass that needs to be kicked, I feel it's the meth. Not so much the crack people, but the meth people.
The meth people. Big problem in Kansas.
Big problem in Kansas. Well, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and throw out our opening song here, okay?
Okay.
Megalodon and Friends is coming.
Megalodon e друзья приближаются.
Megalodon and Friends está arrivando.
Megalodon y amigos está llegando. It's too late. Megalodon and Friends is here.
You know, I like that one because it's our the Monster opening, where we have everybody in different languages saying that Megalodon and Friends is coming, and then we have like a Godzilla monster in there at the end of it and things. And I like that one a lot because more than anything, because it actually fades to silence. And I think our assholes one just kind of cuts off, and it's like, hey, whoa, I got to start talking right away. So that one I like to start on because it actually just technically it's more sound. So for those of you guys that are not that are true listeners and have been listening to us from day one, you guys know that we used to have, well, we're not used to, but one of the friends is Friend X. Well, this voice is a new voice that is an old voice for everybody. I've got Gage the Rage here on Skype with me today, so hello.
Hello, yep, it's good to be back. A nice little hiatus there, but now it's good to be back.
Thank goodness for technology. And, you know, I gotta say, there's a little bit of a delay, so we might try getting on the cell phone. The cell phone might be a little faster next week, but other than that, I think it's pretty awesome to have you here. Thank goodness for technology. We can have a fucking quality show with one of the OGs.
Yeah, definitely.
All the way back. Well, I guess you're all the way down in Manhattan,
all the way down in Manhattan.
The home of kicking all the meth's asses.
We don't have too many meth heads around here. A lot of dumpster divers, though, picking through the trash.
Shit, if I could find some cool stuff in there, I'd dive in there too, but around here I'd probably find nothing but meth. So the idea is we got the Rage back in action here. Has anybody ever seen The Running Man? Have you seen The Running Man?
Like the challenges, like the videos?
No, fuck the dance. No, the Schwarzenegger movie, the fine film from I think 1998, The Running Man by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, I have not seen that one.
So, okay, let's go over this. He is wrongly accused of a crime and gets thrown in future prison, okay? And future prison involves people being put on the death penalty, and they don't just, like, throw them in a giant microwave or shoot them or anything like that, but what they do is they... what's the word I'm looking for? They put them in like a game show where if you win the game show, you get to live, but if you don't win the game show, you die. And it's like basically these hunters, these like headhunter guys, go out through the obstacle courses and hunt them down and try to kill them. And each one of them has their own little niche. Like there's a guy called Sub-Zero, and he's like a he's a hockey player. With his hockey stick has got a blade on it instead of the wooden part of the... Yeah, and he goes around and cuts people up. And then there's a guy named Buzzsaw who, as you could probably guess, likes to hang out with his chainsaw friends, which are he's got a couple different size chainsaws. There's a guy named Dynamo who is an opera singing guy who drives a mini race car, and he's got like an electric... He's like got an electrical suit on, and he's got like a fiber optic mohawk, and he likes to zap people. Okay, but as you would suspect, Schwarzenegger goes around and starts killing everybody, as what you would expect. So he goes around killing people, and the next thing you know, there's not a lot of people left. A lot of the I forget what they call them. A lot of the guardians or a lot of the whatever they are, not a lot of them left. And so the next thing you know, they're trying to bring people up from the break room, basically. Like, they're getting on the loudspeaker and calling people in from their breaks and shit. And so one of the guys is Jesse the Body Ventura. Now, Jesse the Body Ventura is retired. He's like 12-0 or something like that in competition and things like that or whatever. And his name is like Captain Amazing or Captain Douchebag or Captain something. And basically they're like, hey... He's got to come out of retirement because this guy keeps killing our people. So they brush his dusty ass off and pull him out there, and Schwarzenegger, of course, kills him too. But what I'm trying to tell you right now is that you are Captain Insano, or whatever Jesse the Body's name is in that movie. We're bringing the captain back out of retirement to come and film a Schwarzenegger movie, basically. So welcome back. Welcome back, and Friend X is part of the friend crew still. The problem is that and I'll break it to everybody here that are listening to us, that are faithful listeners, that he actually got deployed. So he'll be gone for. He's been deployed. He's been gone for a couple months already, and so you can expect him back in about another 10 months. So good luck to him, and hopefully he catches the episodes while he's away, so he doesn't come in. Like a deer in the headlights, and just kind of stares at me, and wait for me to talk. So he's out doing that. So everybody, we've got, like I said, we've got one of the homies back from the past. Friend X is gone for a little while, so we've got Gage the Rage. So what's new? What do you want to? I have a feeling you probably want to gripe and rage about something.
Oh, there's not really a whole lot right now. It's kind of based on like the NBA finals. Like the other night I asked Ross, like, hey, who do you want to win? You want Golden State or Cleveland to win? And he was like, I'd like for there to be a way that neither team would win this series if both of them could lose. Right now, just watching the game, it was just pitiful. It's just throwing around the ball and shooting is basically all it is. There's nobody like running pick and rolls, like set plays. I'm sure there is under the layers, but right now it's just kind of, hey, I'm going to go out and just throw up threes.
Well, and that's kind of how they roll. Those guys are basically, at least as far as Golden State's concerned, that's what they do. They shoot threes. There's not a lot of people down there that can bang in the paint, if you will. But that's the one thing I don't like is that both of these two teams are in there again. I'd rather them have lost way earlier and maybe have it be like the Celtics and the Spurs. I think that would have been I don't necessarily want to say a better matchup because the Spurs probably would have ran through the Celtics, but it's two different teams, and we're not looking at those two dumbass, the LeBrons and the Durants and everybody that, this is a media finals thing. This is a grudge match that's not really a grudge match, and I'm kind of still.
I think this might be. I think this might be the last year that it happens. I think this would be the rubber match. Then I've always had the long suspicion that the NBA is rigged.
Oh, me
too.
too.
I think somehow one of these teams won't be in the finals next year.
Yeah, and they referees talk about what's good for the NBA business, and I think that they have the power to influence so much of the world, or not the world, but the league's outcome. I mean, because all it is you give somebody 2 fouls in the first quarter, and they're not coming back until sometime in the second quarter. You know what I mean? They're going to sit down for a while. So if you do that to a star player, shit, that could really fucking sway the whole game.
Yeah.
But I'm still salty over Durant just because I consider Oklahoma to be the hometown team, even though they're 5 hours away from us. Oklahoma City, that is. So, I didn't want him to win, and I definitely am not a huge LeBron fan. I don't give a rat's ass about Cleveland, but I'm not a big LeBron fan, so it's just one of those things where it's such a cop-out. I mean, the boss's cop-out answer, I don't want either of them to win, but it's kind of true, though, don't you think? Or who do you want to win?
I'd like to see. I don't know what Steve Kerr's up to. I think I saw something. He is coaching Game 2, so he's finally coming back. I kind of wanted Steve Kerr maybe just to sit out this finals and let Mike Brown, LeBron's old coach, who LeBron pretty much got fired.
Yeah, I fucking hate that. That's
to win a championship and be like, "Fuck you, LeBron."
Yeah, don't even get me fucking started on that shit. Like, what kind of player gets his boss, gets the coach fired? That just creating a mutiny and rallying behind. Let the front office decide this guy's a scumbag and fire him. Don't fucking.
That was like last year when they fired David Blatt. His first year, he takes him to the NBA Finals, and then the next year they're first in the Eastern Conference, but they lost 2 games in a row, and they think it's going in the wrong direction. And when they hired Tyronn Lue, I'm a big fan of his. He's a Kansas City guy, Kansas City homegrown basketball player, but I kind of wanted that whole situation to blow up in their faces when they fired David Blatt last year. He's a good coach. I think he kind of got the raw end of the stick there, but at the end of the day, you got to make your star happy.
Yeah, I guess you got to make a star happy.
Because Cleveland doesn't have anything else going for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had the Indians did okay last baseball season, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see. I'm not really watching it. I'm doing a bunch of other things instead of watching it because I don't really want to support those two teams. Now, with that said,
yeah.
While we're on the sports thing, we've created some. I mean, I've gotten emails. We've actually created some Royals fans in out there in the world that aren't even from the Kansas City area. There's some people out around the world that have been asking, how the Royals are doing via email, and let's just say they're not that good still. They're doing better, but they're still not that good. We just lost about 8-0 just today.
Yeah. Luckily, our division sucks so bad. We're still only, I think, 4 games out of first place.
Yeah,
so.
Our division is the shittiest division. Our division is like the division that the Cowboys are in.
We've got Whit Merrifield, though, chasing Joe DiMaggio right now.
Yeah, what is he, 18 games, 19 games hit streak?
I think it's 20 now.
Oh, 20 games? And DiMaggio was, 50-something?
Yeah, I think he...
57 or something like that?
Yeah, 56.
So, he's got a little way to go, but he's farther than anybody else on the Royals team has been for a while. So just so everybody knows, they're not...
I think...
Go ahead.
I was about to say the club record is 30 by George Brett, so I'd at least like to see him break that.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Hopefully. So there's the update on the Royals, everybody. There's not a lot to talk about with them, but they're doing better than they did in May, and we'll just say that. And in April. Well, actually, I'm sorry. It's only June 4th, so May was better than April. How about that?
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. It's not a lot of sports talk right now, just because, like I said, not a lot to talk about. But I tell you what, man, I've been trying to get out and get some fresh air, some sun, but it's been nothing but fucking rain out here.
Yeah.
Are you experiencing
this? I'm bronze bit. I'm starting to bronze.
Yeah, dude, you're like a French fry